This morning, we are announcing the date of CNBC's Game Plan event in partnership with Boardroom. The event explores, of course, the intersection of business, sports, music, and entertainment. And this year, it is happening on September 10th. Mark your calendar in L.A. Joining us right now on set to talk about this and so much more in the world of sports is Rich Kleiman. He's the co-founder and CEO of Boardroom. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, guys. Thanks for having me.
So we'll see you in L.A.
We will see you in L.A. September 10th.
So this is the second time you're doing this with CNBC.
This is the second time. We just renewed a multi-year deal, so we'll be doing this for the next 2 years. This year will be September 10th in LA, and as you can attest to, last year was a huge success, and we're looking to kind of recreate that magic again.
And who, do we know anything yet, or is it going to be a surprise?
Well, you'll be there.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll be there.
That's true.
Kevin Durant will be there.
That's true.
Hopefully Joe and Becky will be there.
Yeah.
But as you saw last year, we're going to bring out the best and brightest minds, owners of sports teams, commissioners, athletes, and tons of other people sitting at the intersection of sports, business, and entertainment.
So let's talk sports. March Madness, you're headed to Arizona.
I am.
And what do you think is going to happen here? He's got his DraftKings account going.
Joe, who do you got?
For
winning it all?
Purdue.
Purdue, wow. What about you, Becky? UConn, me
Rich,
too.
on CBS, out of 2.89 million, I was 33,000th.
Wow.
That's good.
That's very impressive.
33,000th place isn't usually that good, but that's top 1%.
It's like a participation.
It sounds good. I only got one of my Final Four teams right, but I
have three. I have three.
Stop.
I do. I got Alabama, Purdue, and Connecticut.
Okay, I want to talk sports business.
Show you my brackets.
While you guys figure out.
That's him.
All right. Oh, by the way, because we're talking about betting, do you have a view on Otani?
Do I have a view on Otani?
He's really good. He's a good pitcher and hitter.
Baseball player.
Yeah. A view on what should happen?
I honestly,
should he be playing baseball?
Yes, let him play baseball. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I'll take him on his word.
You take him on his word,
and on his translator's word.
Let me ask you about a different issue, which is there is a major skirmish going on right now with the Timberwolves. Have you been following this? I imagine you must, given
with Glenn Taylor, Mark Laurie, and Alex Rodriguez.
And A-Rod. This is a fascinating situation where they were supposed to be the owners of the Timberwolves. They had bought in 20%, and they were going to go to 40%. Then they were become the majority owners. And now the owner is saying, talk to the hand. You didn't pay on time, and we're not doing the deal with you anymore. What do you think is really going to happen here? And they say they're all going to court. It's going to be a massive sort of food fight. It seems
I honestly believe they will ultimately do a deal. I don't know the intricacies of what the holdup was. I don't believe that it has to do with the success of the Timberwolves this year. But
part of it is that they bought in at a time when the team was probably worth, about $1.5 billion, I think.
Yeah.
And now it's probably double?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so you don't think that Taylor's sitting around there saying, I sold at too low a price?
Well, I said the success of the team. I think the value of the team is obviously coming into play. But I think ultimately this is a bit of a standoff and that A-Rod and Mark Laurie will end up owning the team. That's my gut.
And will they have to pay more?
I imagine that there will be some compromise. I think that's ultimately what this holdout is about. But again, I don't know. I would imagine so. I mean, the team has gone up in value.
Talking about teams going up in value, where are you now in terms of, we keep talking about have we reached peak sports valuations, and we're looking at the cable unbundling and questions about ESPN and all of this. Do you imagine that teams, if we had this conversation 5 years from now, are NBA teams, are baseball teams, and NFL teams worth more in 5 years than they are today? Or do you separate them out as different?
No, I believe
businesses?
Well, I think the NFL and the NBA will continue to increase in value. These are multimedia platforms. These are brands with opportunities to generate revenue in all different types of ways.
I noticed you did not say America's Game, baseball in that group.
No, I believe baseball will go up in value, but I don't know if it's going to go up in value to the same degree, clearly.
Why is that? What is why is baseball not capturing the hearts and minds of America the way it did?
Yeah,
it was America's pastime.
Well, first of all, everything isn't constant. So I think it has slowed quite a bit from when we were kids, but I do believe in baseball still long term. I think that the pitch clock has done wonders for the game. Wonders. I was at opening day at Citi Field, and I mean, the entire experience has changed. And I didn't realize it until I was there present. But I think that it's the
local markets, it's still huge. local, it's still huge.
Yeah, and
I'm watching. I have MLB. I haven't bought anything else. I haven't bought the other services, but I have MLB that I watch.
Why haven't you bought the other services?
I just haven't. I watch the Reds during the day. See the Reds. I think the Reds are.
But aren't you betting on everything?
I'm bet on some like Pete. Yeah, I'm like Pete Rose.
Oh my God!
I bet for the.
You can be on CNBC and say you're like Pete Rose. I believe in baseball long term. Honestly,
in my amount of betting on the Reds.
Got it.
Okay.
This guy. Can we do this separately?
You just also got back from Miami.
How'd you know?
I'm following.
All right.
So pickleball, is that going to be a sport that we're going to watch the way we watch tennis?
Well, I don't know if you watch tennis, but I believe in pickleball, obviously. We just finally got through with the merger. The leagues have combined forces. Everyone around this league is excited. They've been recapitalized. You're going to see a lot of changes, a lot of new announcements. I was at the Miami Open where they had a pop-up of an MLP showcase, and you could feel the excitement on the grounds. I think the sports are meant to work hand in hand. I think this idea that they're battling is silly, and the experience of these sports together was exciting. And yes, I think you'll feel a lot. There's a lot of new tournaments being announced. You should get on the court, Andrew.
Okay.
The battling is between the people who want to use these things in their residential neighborhoods, and there's a limited space amount. That's
that's
it's
crazy.
Not the fan.
I can't take that battle.
I just want to know when the Saudis are going to invest in pickleball. That's going to be the high sign.
I'm sure soon. I saw a handful of PIF sponsorships at the Miami Open, so I think it's all happening.
Two other things. We will all be in Paris at the Olympics, and Mr. Durant is going to be playing, and I imagine you will be there too.
I will be there. Mr. Durant will be there. He is the leading scorer in Olympic basketball history currently, so I imagine.
Come join us.
Oh my God, please have me. And you know what we can do in Paris? What? We can tease Game Plan September 10th
yes,
in
we can.
Los Angeles, California.
We're going to actually tease it with a flow code to give a little credit to, I think we're going to tease it with a flow code. Maybe we're not going to tease it with a flow code.
But there's the address.
Nonetheless, you can check it out right there. CNBC, there it is. Yeah, just put your phone up to it. CNBCevents.com/Game Plan. It's happening September 10th in LA. You do not want to miss it.
Do not miss it.
Coming right back after this.